Yo yo, welcome everyone, Sanjay here, welcome back to the channel, and of course, yes, I know this video should be going up soon after my episode 42 reaction review for Bleach the 1000-Year Blood War, but you know, the last week has been a bit iffy, so we're just trying to kind of get out everything one after the other. I won't drop them the same day, so this should be going up like a day after for the most part. But anyway, Bleach! Yeah, man. So we continue with the final season of Bleach, the 1000-Year Blood War, and the final season of Bleach overall, until Bleach enters its Boruto era, as I was saying in my last reaction review. But yeah, man, we're here to tackle it. Of course, the pacing is kind of spot on, almost 1-for-1 with the manga, almost. So, based on how things are looking for this episode, it seems we are going to be getting the Horn of Salvation, seemingly. So, I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes. But anyway, let me know your thoughts on this episode. Leave your, your comments, leave a like, subscribe, and let's get right into it. Bleach! Alright, let's jump into it. Not gonna lie, still, last week's episode was pretty good. With Urahara versus Askinanting. They sound like Kenpachi here, so still. Yeah, so yeah, last week's episode was really good. Even though I think from what I can remember from the manga, it felt like it was almost 1-to-1 in terms of the pacing. I don't know if they really expanded the fight much in the grand scheme of things, so probably that's why the pacing might feel away for some persons. But I think it was good, especially after the music choices. But again, of course, you'll hear my thoughts. I'm sure you would have heard my thoughts in that video anyway, so Alright, here we go. The main attraction. I think the fight with Gerard Valkyrie came before this, but I guess since this is basically the main attraction, and put this earlier in the episodes. Oh, sorry, hold on, you can't reject me, what? Woo, no, brother! No, what? Why this man juggle Orihime, so bro? What Orihime do for really deserve this? No, bro, she didn't get juggled so bad. I don't think she got juggled like this at all in the manga. No, bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. Oh wow. sorry for pausing. Mama just like, oh, like Ichigo's like, no worry, I got this. Nigga, please. Alright, defend your man. Yo, the music, bro. Ooh. Power Scale is having a field day right now. But I like how them actually structure this compared to the manga. Like Orihime is doing a bit more. Ooh, okay, okay. Queen Cigara.
この世界に引導を渡すことと何ら違いはない。
Alright, am I really get this Uryu versus this Uryu fight like some good treatment?
それでもあんたを倒す。俺はこの世界をずっと守ってきた奴らを知っている。その人たちが守りたいものをあんたは踏みにじるんだ。俺は山ほどの人を守りたい。その人たちの思いも大切にしてきたものも全部守りたい。それが世界を切るってことになるならそれでいい。行くぜ。
Gets a gun. Okay, this is new.
気づいているのか。仮にお前たちが陛下に勝ったとして霊王亡き後今までの世界を保つには何が必要か。
Alright, that looks clean. But of course, that didn't work.
全ては奴の企て通りだ。黒崎一護を引き取り、そして霊王の記憶と借海を与えた。黒崎一護がその存在に足るものかどうか品定めをするために。奇跡だ。お前は人間であり、死神であり、五郎であり、フリンガーであり。
Yo, we have some, yo, not even some people, but there's a lot of people are like, yo, memeing this section right here, right now. Oh, he's everything. I'm sure he's saying too. Yo. Alright, cool, adding some additional content.
お前は次の霊王に据えるつもりだったのだ。
そんな。
お前を三害を保つためだけの偶像に仕立て上げ、死神を頂点たらしめる世界を保つ。それがヒョウスベ一兵の見据える平和。お前にとってそれは死と同義だろう。
What will you say about that, Ichigo?
俺が霊王になるとかならねえとか、そんなことが何だってんだ。
Of course, the cliche response.
今俺に分かってるのは、お前を倒さない限り俺は何も守れねえってことだ。
Bleach 43, blood from my bone. Hashwalt.
皇帝13体隊長格といえど我が奇跡の前ではこんなものか。
前の話聞いてへんのにいきなり奇跡や言われても何言うてんのか分からへんわ。ハゲ。
我はハゲてなどおらぬ。
なんやねんその返し。真面目か。
こんなもの食らうと思ったか。
思えへんで。うちの一発だけならな。
魚で。
天地がひっくり返った。
Bro, stop explaining your powers, bro. Just go for it.
チョコレートバースライダー。ギフティの拳。
21条トンボ下り。
Like how the Visor, they might get some additional, you know, some love too. Oh, what? Mr. Hitsuga himself with the clean fit?
テルンリッター新社襲名隊ジェラルド・バルチェリー仲良くやろう。
バリー仲良くしに来た
Yeah,
わけじゃ
but alright, but Araf off, dog.
挽回大グレン表輪マン
Cool.
なるほど。稚拙な答えだ。
Ichigo! Right. Man going in.
黒崎君の動きを追い切れない。
Alright, come on, Ichigo.
待って黒崎君、ちょっとだけ落ち着いて。
What are you talking about, fam? I'm pretty calm.
元よりお前に一つの選択肢もないのだ。答えろ一応。力なき者たちの声に。お前がおらねば呼吸のままならぬ弱き者たちのために。たち。
Ichigo. Alright, C10 no.
ありがとな井上。
服を少し掴んだだけだったのに黒崎君は止まってくれた。振り返った顔は我を忘れてる顔なんかじゃなかった。何か理由が
Man of a plan, man.
クイーンシーの冷圧をぶち込んで叩き起こしたい奴がいたんだ。
刀が白く。
Ooh. What?
なるほど。それがお前の狙いか。
Bombas, the horde of salvation. Oh shit, the end episode. Oh no, there's still quite a bit left. Alright.
よしとどめた。
曲芸で我を止められると思ったか。
Man, the myth, Byakuya.
対一では難しい相手だ。手を貸そう。
わかった。確かにこの身長差なら2対1でも卑怯にはならねえだろ。身長差なら普段からあるだろうとでも言ってる
Ah, boy.
いや、
Yo, them on their funny though, bro.
なんで謝った。すげえ言いよどんで結局謝ったじゃねえか。こっちを見ろ。
なんだ隊長格がガン首揃えて全滅かよ。情けね
The legend himself.
こいつも最初からこの身長じゃなかったってわけだ。
Yo.
気にしすぎだ。
Yo, Toshiro and Byakuya funny now, bro.
え。それじゃあ粉々に切り刻んでやったらどうなるのか見ものだな。
あのバカ。壊滅だ。
Can you imagine stepping on that ant and it pushing you back over, bro?
今日はちまちま楽しんでねえで一発で頭割れってこったろ。
バラキ。
我を転ばせるとは貴様強い。まさか切れねえだな。 頑丈な盾に頑丈な体か。なおさら切りてえな。飲め。野ざらし。
なんだよ、視界か。ザラキのやつ、いつの間に。
奴の刀は常時解放型ではなかったということか。いや、そもそも常時解放型などというものは存在せぬのかもしれんな。
Man, I remove the eye patch, no, say it's serious. Yeah.
バカめ、ホーフヌングが刃こぼれしたぞ。
千本桜影吉。
Ooh.
そんなに絶望を願うか。なんだこりゃ、どういうこった。何が疑問だ。
Man, them bullshit powers, bro. よ next episode got sick now because Kenpachi Bankai and more than likely Toshiro true Bankai or Bankai maturity. Perfect Crimson. Alright, that was episode 43 of the 1000-Year Blood War, and I'm not gonna lie, I think this episode came out better than last week's episode. Not that last week's episode was bad, I enjoyed it, I thought it was a good episode, but I think episodes like this, where there is like additional content that Kuba's put in, it kind of helps to pad out the piercing in a healthy sense. There's more meat in the meal, if you get what I said. There's more flesh on the bone to really take in, because when I think about it, at the end of the day, there's only so many chapters left when it comes on to this final season. I think it's maybe like probably at most 30 chapters worth of content at most. I could be wrong on that, but you know, plus or minus 10 chapters. Well, yeah, probably plus or minus 10. Yeah. So like when we get episodes like this that have additions like what we saw in the section with Ichigo and Orihime versus Yhwach, you have the Vizards there. It kind of makes things feel more fleshed out, and definitely gives more characters time to shine in this epic finale when it comes on to Bleach, right? So definitely I think this episode was better. Of course, when I think about it now, how do I put it? Like, alright, scratch that. Anyway, the point is the sections with Ichigo and Orihime versus Yhwach, really love the additions. Yo, Yhwach really didn't have to do Orihime like that. Kubo, why did you do her like that, fam? Trust me, that was surprising to see. I love the additional scenes talking about Ichibe and the kind of nuance of what he was trying to do in the grand scheme of things, not painting him as, you know, or not painting things in general as like just black and white, light and darkness. There is some nuance to the whole, you know, scheming when it comes on to Ichibe and the Royal Squad. And I think it's beautiful because it kind of reflects back in the nuance of like the societal structure that Soul Society and that whole institution kind of represented from like the earlier sections of Bleach, where you have this society with these archaic or, you know, old school traditional ways of doing things that are not necessarily, I wouldn't say, and I know I said, oh, you know, old school and traditional, but I don't want to say outdated, but they're doing more harm than good in the grand scheme of things. And I think that's what Yhwach was kind of trying to highlight with Ichigo about the system. And of course, more than like this does tie him back with, you know, why Aizen, one of the major reasons why Aizen did what he did and all that jazz and blues. There's just something fundamentally wrong with the system, or something that's fundamentally wrong based on how certain characters see the world, you know, like Yuha, Aizen, etc, etc. And yeah, I mean it is a probably it is a kind of messed up fate to just be, as I said, maybe worse than death. So I can see where Yuha and Aizen are coming from. But definitely I love those additions. The additional fight scenes there, just kind of extending or expounding rather on Ichigo going in, slashing. I know it's just like slashing and Getsuga Tenshos and Getsuga Juji shows, which is a new scene as well. But those little scenes kind of add up to kind of just make the episode and even just the content feel more fleshed out, as I said. Whereas with last episode, no, we kind of feel like we kind of played it by the book. So having episode like this where, you know, we kind of flesh out things, additional scenes, etc, definitely love. Of course, I definitely love the Vizards as well, even though they got some, you know, extended scenes there, even though they didn't last long. So this is what it is. It kind of, why? I feel like the Vizards can be like a running joke. I feel like they never really lived up to their potential. But now, like, it's kind of sad. But I'll take the scene that we got in this episode better. It is better than nothing, I suppose. So yeah. Outside of that, of course, we have, you know, Toshiro, Byakuya, Kenpachi going up against Gerard. That's gonna be nice to see, as I kind of hinted at. Well, not hinted, but as I said towards the end of the, you know, the episode there, that, you know, next episode more likely is going to be Kenpachi's Bankai along with Toshiro's matured Bankai. So that's going to be interesting to see. And of course, if they do it like this episode with additional scenes, I'll love it. But yeah, even the banter between the characters in this episode is funny. The comedy, I think it was really good. So yeah, of course, what else am I missing? I think even the Uryu versus Hashwalt doing pretty good. Even though I'm a bit confused because the way that it was portrayed in the manga, that when Yuha's asleep, you know, Hashwalt gets his powers, but Yuha's awake now, so I'm not sure why Hashwalt still has his powers. So I'm kind of confused by that, unless I'm missing something. So yeah, the only thing I wish we could get into more, even though it was, as Yuha puts it, a childish response from Ichigo, was the whole idea of Ichigo making him the, you know, new Soul King. And I can understand maybe from a character perspective where, you know, Ichigo is the type of character that just wants to make sure he can protect everybody. And, you know, on the surface, when I think about it, if Ichigo can be in a position where everybody can be kept safe at his, I guess, quote unquote sacrifice, probably he wouldn't mind the fate of being the Soul King. But I wish we could potentially get into it more. Reason being is kind of like what I was saying earlier with how Bleach was set up with, you know, you have the institution, that organization, this way of life with the Soul Society that's doing more harm than good, but the characters or the organization itself is kind of set in its ways. That's one of like the themes I think coming out of like early Bleach or even the Soul Society arc, right? I would be interested to have a repeat of Ichigo kind of tackling the institution or the organization, quote unquote, the whole notion of the Soul King, kind of repeating that thematic narrative of kind of breaking down and revealing the harm that the old school ways of doing things is doing through in a particular organization, by tackling the whole, you know, existing as the Soul King. If anything can even be done about that, but it just seems like it's such a simple answer. But again, that isn't like the main concern right now. It's Yuha. Maybe if it's something that can be tackled in the Hell arc, maybe perhaps in Bleach's Boruto era. So that's the only thing I'm saying. I'm kind of wishing we could get more talked about on that. Maybe we'll get more in this towards the end, who knows, but I guess we'll see, because, you know, manga readers know, spoilers here, but by the end when Yuha is defeated and his body and everything is used as the new linchpin, the new quote-unquote Soul King. Well, I mean, he is the new Soul King, right? Technically. But I'm hoping we get Ichigo speaking more on it, similar to like how after he defeated Aizen, he was like, giving some commentary, some more non-superficial commentary on his battle with Aizen and how Aizen might have truly felt deep down. So I'm kind of hoping we tackle the whole notion of the Soul King. So yeah. But anyway, let me know if I've missed anything. Let me know in the comments below. Leave a like. Let me know what you thought about this episode of Bleach 1000 Year Blood War. Definitely a really good episode if you ask me. Or even why? Ah boy. But yeah, let me know. Hope you guys enjoy my reaction and my thoughts on this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one.